Sweet picks. Full AP carry hidden assassin AP Blitzcrank. Hi, I'm Blooded Maniac and I'm about to tell you why AP Blitzcrank is so extremely fun. This series is dedicated to fun and unusual builds on the champions we play and enjoy every day. Blitzcrank, my favorite way of screwing people over. One of my all-time favorite champions due to many reasons, and that's the reason why I decided to start this series with him. So, Blitzcrank. There is so much to say about him and the different path you can choose, even when you limit yourself solely to ability power. So let's start with his Q, Rocket Grab. This ability might be the most satisfying ability in the whole game when used correctly. We all know that feeling you get when you manage to land that one game-changing hook that decides the whole outcome of the entire match. But his Q is also a double-edged sword and might hurt you and your team more than it helps you. Pulling the wrong enemy at the wrong time might cost you the entire match. So you should use this ability responsibly. You might decide the outcome of the whole match with this single ability. Furthermore, when you build Blitzcrank AP, this ability chunks. And I don't mean like 200 HP, I'm talking about 500 plus in damage. And if you get 45% CDR on this ability, it's on a 9-second cooldown. And that's ridiculous. And when combined with his other abilities, this is why I titled Blitzcrank as an assassin. Moving on, his W, Overdrive. Yeah, this is pretty much shit nowadays. The speed up duration compared with the slow you have to sustain is ridiculous. If you remember back to the time at the start of Season 5, back then, before they broke his kneecaps, Blitzcrank didn't have to sustain this crippling slow. His speed up was also on a much shorter cooldown. If you got 40% CDR, you had a permanent speed up. Or at least until your mana pool ran out. So yeah, it's pretty much shit nowadays. His E, Power Fist. Send the people to the fucking moon. This ability, combined with his Q, is why so many people play Blitz as a support. And that's understandable. This ability got a great knock-up on a short cooldown. But if you combine it with a Lichbane or even an Iceborne Gauntlet, this ability do quite a lot of damage due to it proccing on-hit effects. But, as I mentioned, when combined with one of these two items, or even this one, it is a force to be reckoned with. Did I mention it doubles his AD? It really opens the door for AD Blitzcrank, but that is a story for a whole nother video. Now we come to the cream a la cream of his abilities. His Static Field. His ult is probably the best thing about his whole kit. It does butt-smashing damage, silences and have a passive that helps you farm when your brain cells dedicated to farming isn't working. The damage of this thing is really high to start off with. You might think it would only have a 40, 50, maybe 60 AP scaling? Nope, 100% here we go. The damage of this ability is insane. And combine it with his Q and it's enough to kill squishier characters. The AD carry is always a good target for this. This is also the ultimate money making machine. And the passive. It's pretty meh according to me. It will either help or destroy your farm. The lightning bolts come down into a random target every 2.5 seconds. Using this effectively can be a bit tricky. It does a fair bit of damage though, so not popping the ult immediately might be a good idea depending on who you're facing. Now to his passive, Mana Barrier. This ability is so troll. I bet you have seen the Best Troll Crank World and similar videos. These crazy first bloods are mostly due to the fact that people never think about his passive. He gets a shield equivalent to 50% of his current mana. If you have a Rod of Ages and the fully stacked Seraph's Embrace, you have about 3000 mana. That's a 1500 HP shield. That make you tanky as hell, even if you have 600 plus AP. Now we come to the builds. AP Blitz have a bunch of different paths to take. Tanky, bursty, mana troll, you name it. There's probably even some builds I've never tried. Rageblade Devourer, Ardent Sensor and Ban of Command, who knows? I prefer to take him mid as there generally is more high damage, low defense champs there. And I've already told you what happens with squishy targets. In lane, just try to pull the enemy under your turret and play really passively. Try to farm when you can, but don't focus on the farm. The real target is the enemy champion. Once you get ahead by outplaying the enemy or getting a gank from your friendly or even enemy jungler, you go back. You should focus on building as much AP as possible. Rabadon's Death Cup, first item? Check. 3 kills ahead? Check. Won the game? Check. Had a buttload of fun? Check. And there you have it, my favorite champion to go mid with when I only want to have some fun. You might lose more than you're winning. But when you manage to just fart all over your enemy, I can guarantee you will be satisfied. Take these tips to your heart and stay bloody, my friends.